What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Plaid Couch Reading Reddit Stories. Today, we all picked a story from the Today I Effed Up subreddit, so let's jump right in. Today, I fucked up by getting caught by my wife about my lawn mowing scheme. Let me preface this by saying that I really enjoy mowing my lawn. My wife and I bought our house 5 years ago, and ever since, mowing the lawn has brought out this peace inside me. So much so that I sold our riding lawnmower and bought a push mower. There is something so calm and relaxing about mowing at about 6:30 p.m. on a summer day. The sound of the mower, the smell of the cut grass, overall the world around me. Much of it reminds me of my kid days, riding our bikes around in the neighborhood on summer evenings. Sometimes I listen to a podcast or music, but mostly it's just taking in the sounds of the outside. I like it so much that I will literally mow every 3 days, even if the grass barely needs a centimeter taken off the top, I will mow. My wife, however, thinks this is ridiculous. She thinks more than once every 7 to 10 days is absurd. She might be right, but it's not like I'm asking for much, as it takes me a whole 90 minutes to push mow the entire yard. I'm essentially taking 3 to 3.5 hours a week of Zen time. I noticed over time, as we would come home during the day, her way of gauging whether the lawn needed mowed was the length and the ditch of the mailbox. This is an area I tend to actually skip mowing and keep this particular area on a 1 to 1.5 week trim cycle because it is kind of a pain in the ass spot. And we are on a country road, so it isn't exactly a curb appeal factor. After noticing this, I started raising the deck height on the mower to keep the grass higher in that spot, and sure enough, she would keep saying how the grass would need to be mowed, which means I was good to go on my usual 3-day mow cycle. This went well for 2 years until last night at dinner with the friends. Drinks were flowing, laughs were had, and our friend brought up mowing. The girls had this convo about men and their toys, yada yada. And during the laughs, I blurted out to the male friend, just do what I do and purposely make an area seem longer than it is, which was met with gracious laughter from all of us, except my wife. After about 10 seconds of laughter, I felt this intense heat on the right side of my face. It's a very familiar heat, very distant. Um, once I once I calmed down from laughing, it set in instantly what I just said. The heat I was feeling was the indescribable fury of her steering a hole through me. It was a very quiet night, and so far a quiet morning.
His wife must drive him insane if he has to do that.
I don't think it's about the wife.
No, it's what he finds zen in.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy that he would get rid of a riding lawnmower because I'm just thinking with my yard, if I had a push mower, I'd hate it.
It's got to be good exercise, though.
Yeah.
Like, maybe he prefers that to go to the gym.
I mean, I have to fight with my push mower. It's a hand-me-down, so, and I live on a slight incline.
Mhm.
It fights so hard to get up that hill, so I basically just have to rock back and forth when I'm mowing that part of my lawn. But mowing the lawn is peaceful.
It is peaceful.
I listen to podcasts while I mow, though. I can't do the complete silence thing. Maybe that's because I have ADHD or something, but
I actually bought a push mower last weekend.
Ooh.
$500. And the same night I used it, it busted.
Oh. Did you get your money back?
No, we'll be taking it back to the store this weekend.
Ah.
I was mowing the backyard, and that's the biggest, probably the biggest area in my yard where the grass gets tall super quick. I don't know why, but I had to keep, because of how tall the grass was, because I had to go a few weeks without a lawnmower. I had to keep turning it off and emptying out the bag for it. And I think after maybe the third time of starting it, it was really easy to start. It was just one pull and it was good to go. I pulled it, and then the vibrations of it sounded different. And I'm like, well, that's odd. I wasn't too worried about it, though, because it's a brand new mower, right? So I start mowing, and then I heard a kink. And I'm like, what the heck was that? And then the mower just shuts off. And I'm like, no, don't tell me. And I go to pull the string again. Easiest thing you could pull in your life. It just all the way out. And I'm like, I just bought this thing. I was mad. I was so mad.
I could believe it. But I'm sorry, the only thing I could think of while you're telling that story is there's so many parts of that you could have clipped and taken out of context and made a whole different story. Like I pulled on it and it vibrated, in a
Are
weird
you trying to
way.
give me more work to do?
I'm just saying, like, the facial expression you made, though.
Yeah, I pulled on it. Pulled
Yeah.
on it real good, and the
He was
vibrations,
pulling on something and caused something to
were so
vibrate.
good. Today I fucked up by pulling my boyfriend's weenie. This is not satire. I wish it was. Let me start with that. My partner is staying at my house for the week while my parents are away. We're doing the typical boyfriend/girlfriend stuff, sleeping together, X, cuddling, kissing, showering together, etc. My boyfriend takes significantly longer showers than I do. He spends between 20 minutes and an hour. I typically spend 10 to 20 minutes in. We had a shower a few days ago when I left to get dry, giving him some alone time. He likes to spend some time by himself to meditate. Little did I know his meditation today was merely time for him to plot. Once I heard the water go off, I went to give him a towel. I took it by accident and admired his body inside of the hot water mist. Naturally, I got curious. While he was air drying, waiting for me to hand him a towel, I went up to him, played with his ding dong. I was just hitting it off my hand while he was drying his hair. It was li- it was limp, so it was hitting off my hand quite easily. You know, those door stoppers that people play with? That was the way I was hitting it. Back and forth, up and down, not sexually, just curious about the male body, as an assigned female at birth. At one point, he said to squeeze and pull it. Thinking this was the beginning of some sort of after shower, I did. This was a mistake. After my gentle grip had wrapped around and I tugged it a little, I heard him rip the fattest, juiciest, earth-breaking fart I've ever heard in my whole life. His little trick was the equivalent to the pull my finger trick with a bit more spice. He was he was laughing his head off while I retracted myself in disgust. I left the bathroom, raging at his stupid prank, while the smell of the fart lingered behind me. TLDR, don't pull your partner's weenie. It doesn't end well.
That's not where I thought the story was heading.
Same.
And like, there's some things you don't need to post on the internet. Like, believe me, like I'd have been better off.
Listen, I did the
Batman couldn't have gotten that out of
I
me.
did the PG-13. I skipped a lot, so
I have a hard time with this story. One, because I don't like talking about farts and things. Maybe that's the lady in me. I don't know.
But she loves talking about pulling weenies.
yep.
Like, I kind of like. Well, not even that. I don't like talking about, but it's like the fart thing. Definitely not. But it makes it sound like I do like talking about dicks. I really don't. But I just lost my train of thought. I got dicks on the mind.
Same.
Same.
The sporting goods store.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dick's
yeah, that's
Sporting
what I meant.
Goods.
I've never been that close with a partner because I've not been in a serious relationship. I can't even fathom like going up to a guy that I'm dating and being like
Playing Darude Sandstorm on his dick.
and I'm sure like that's healthy and like normal or whatever, but it's like I definitely wouldn't be posting about doing that. It's like, yeah, you know how you just like, play with your boyfriend's dick? Not in a sexual way? No, I don't. I can't even imagine, really.
I was reading this on my lunch break at work today, and thankfully I was the only one in there because I laughed my ass off right when I read the first sentence, and then he ripped the fat, and then I just died
It
right
does take
there.
a bit of a twist,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I was laughing so hard. I'm like, I've got to share this. I got to share this with the podcast.
I saw that story on the subreddit when I was looking for my story, and I read like the first part, like the first sentence, header, or whatever, And I was like, yeah, I don't want that on Plaid couch. And sure enough, you just brought it here,
Got that right.
and I'll never be the
I'm the
same.
daring one in this friend group.
Yeah.
Have you heard some of the stories I've told?
Fair
I'm
point.
the only
Fair
one who
point.
keeps it PG over here. Jeez, ow.
Today I effed up by bringing my dog to work. I work in a dog-friendly office, and I don't usually bring my dog because she is very distracting and stresses me out. But today is going to be very hot, and I wanted to keep an eye on her, so I brought her in. Everyone was happy to see her, and she was doing so good. Unfortunately, she is a grass eater. The grass at my home is lush and green, and the grass at work is more like dry hay. She ate some grass when I took her to the bathroom, and it got stuck in her throat. When we got to my office, she chugged her entire water and food bowl. Then she was sticking her tongue out aggressively, and I could tell something was up with her throat. I checked; she was breathing fine. She was trying to rush her downstairs, 3/4 of the way downstairs with the owner, GM, and my manager. Right there, she puked up all the water and food she just ate, plus the pieces of grass. I went to hide in a hole of embarrassment. Some of it got on the owner's shoes. The dog is okay now, but she is very stressed because she can tell I'm very stressed.
That poor dog
Yeah,
just wanted to eat some grass.
yeah.
Maybe he
My
needs
dog's a
some-
grass eater too.
I've had a dog that's a grass eater. I don't know why they do it. Do you know why?
Uh,
My dad would always say it's because their stomachs hurt.
yeah, that and
I-
like small stones.
I don't know. Why do dogs eat like shit? They do that too. It's a real question.
Only when they're puppies.
Nah,
At least the ones I've had.
I've known some dogs eat some shit.
Hey, if they do it in your house, they'll clean it up.
That's disgusting.
When Plaid Couch becomes a dog-friendly office.
Jillian's gonna learn.
Yeah,
What do you mean I'm gonna learn?
all the dogs will puke on you.
Yep.
That's just on me.
Yeah,
And then you just gotta comfort a dog. Be like, it's all right, little buddy.
You making it sound like I'm a menace here. Like I don't feel bad for the dog. Also,
you are a menace.
Oh,
I didn't
what?
say that, but
You beat animals.
if you describe yourself that way, I
Why,
guess.
why am I being put on blast just because I was talking about how dogs eat shit and I didn't say, oh, I feel bad for the dog for puking? Like,
Evil. Dogs aren't perfect. They have accidents.
it happens. And if you have a dog-friendly work environment, it's got to be expected,
Yeah,
right? Like, you
exactly.
can't expect to, like, dogs are messy and,
Mm.
you know, they make mistakes.
No
So,
matter how old they are, mistakes happen. But Plaid Couch will be a dog-friendly office. I guarantee it.
But if the dog pukes on my shoes, I won't feel bad for the dog. I'll feel bad for my shoes. I won't be mad at the dog, but I won't feel bad for him. That's fine.
I'll give whoever owns that dog a raise.
The pukes on my shoes.
You'll give the person a raise or the dog
Yeah.
a raise?
Both. On
the
that
dog-
note,
Get the dog a new food bowl and a new water dish. It's like oh my gosh. I can't think of the word now.
Like an incentive.
No.
well, while you're thinking of that word, I want to thank everyone for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, click that notification bell so you know whenever we upload.
Comment the word that Matthew is thinking of, but is just not quite on the tip of his tongue yet.
Bejeweled. That's what it was. Get the
Yep,
dog.
that
bejeweled.
was worth adding to the outro. Yeah.
Thank you all for watching.
We'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.